Good morning. It seems like we've been doing this for a long time, but we really haven't. I think this is the third week, maybe the fourth. Um, kind of, weekly check ins just to make sure that I'm being accountable for what's going on with my food, with my movement, exercise, however you want to call it. Um, I think that's my stomach. Whoa. Um, so I'm going to do like I have the last couple of weeks and just, put my Fitbit information out there. Again, if you follow my channel and you see something that I'm doing that I could do better or shouldn't be doing or maybe could try, um, I'm not a huge fan of artificial sweeteners, and I'm not a huge fan of um, well, that's kind of it. Artificial sweeteners. Um, with my medical history, it was a trigger. So I am still migraine free. I think this is week 15. I'd have to actually go back and count. Um, Last week was Creators Camp. It was amazing. My boy learned how to dance with flags. I am so happy he did such a wonderful job. I may put a clip of that in here. Um, and it was so cool because this year, for the first time since he's been going to camp, when I went to video him, I didn't have to um, hurry up and get a seat in the front or something like that. I just simply walked up, sat down on the floor in the front, got my video, cleared with the other parents around me. That we're welcome to do that. But we got to get our picture, to get our videos and pictures and all of that good stuff. So I may put a clip of that in here. I have to talk with him first about that because he's, it's him. Um, and other children. So I kind of a little maybe not. We may probably will not. But anyway, if he has his own flags en route, he's going to be so excited, and I'm going to let him unbox them for you here. We're going to also switch this up. Not so much just the accountability with my diet and stuff like that. The accountability with the forgotten, for lack of a better way of putting it, purge. Stuff has still been leaving this house, just not as fast as it needs to. So there's just going to be a shift in how we do that, and I don't know how I'm going to exactly show you that. But the plan is by the end of July for me to be back in my bedroom. This project of getting that bedroom straightened out has taken way too long. In the process, I hurt my back twice. Blah, 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 blah. So my goal is by the end of July being back in there. And that's going to mean quite a bit of work. And I'm still doing things slowly, cautiously, because I don't want to hurt my back again. I don't want to go through all that pain again. I'm working on building it up. So anyway, whenever I post everything, you're going to see there was a big oops. There was kind of an oops and kind of a we just had a couple of days where it was just like, okay, we're eating restaurant food. You know, we generally will eat Bob Evans on Sunday or something like that. Um, Kind of getting away from it, to be honest with you, because I'm just going to tell you, for me, and no shade towards any of these places, really no shade. Um, Once I've gotten used to how I fix things, eating, going back to, even the way that my mother does things. She uses more sugar than I do, and you can tell a difference. And again, no shade, no shade. It's just you get used to things a different way, and when you try to go back to that other way, it's like, not so sure we want to do this. Um, and if you hear a little noise, Mayor is settling in. He's been out. We stayed out about an hour and a half in the relatively cool part of this morning. It's kind of hard to catch because we are in a heat, whatever that word is, in Kentucky, and it is warm out there. I walked almost 2 miles, and that was literally all that I could stand physically. I was so covered in sweat that it was like, I think we're going to call it here. Does not mean that I won't go back and get my steps again for the rest of the day. It just means that we have to be aware of Vicky dehydrates like that. Vicky gets heat exhaustion. Vicky has had heat stroke more than once. So Vicky has to be aware and careful. And yes, I'm talking about myself in third person. I get it. Anyway, so going to talk about the oops. Going to talk about why the oops happened. And it's not really an oops. It was an intentional. If you follow my Twitter, you know that one of my girls, and whenever I call somebody one of my girls, it does not necessarily mean that I gave birth to them. This one I did not. There are some girls that have passed through my home, nieces, my daughter's friends, her cousins, that have special places in my heart. If you follow my Twitter, there's one special one. Biologically, she's my great niece. Legally, she's my niece. She is my smoochy woochie. She lived with me. And we had debated her just living with us. And we invested in her as if that was going to be the plan, as if we were going to raise her. And it ended up, the plan got changed. And I have mixed feelings about it. My sister and I have hashed it out several times. I respect and admire my sister. We don't see eye to eye on everything. We don't have to. We are two different people. A lot of the decisions she's had to make, I'm armchair quarterbacking whenever I have my opinion. I'm not in the situation. So therefore, we take that into consideration. Anyway, said that to say, in light of situations being what they were, and whenever I say this, it's going to come off ugly, but it's just what it is. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. So yeah. Anyway, my niece graduated from the Challenge Academy she was in, and I had kind of hoped knowing that it was probably not going to happen. But, that's the thing about hope, is that you hope that it can. We have always hoped that there would be a point in time that she would be able to come back and live with us. Um, we hoped that it would be this time. I hoped. Um, would it have been fun with, because we've pretty much got a full house? Yeah, it would have been. Could we have made it work? Yep, we could have. Um, but it wasn't meant to be. Instead, she went to New Jersey, where I hope and pray she does big things. That's my hope. That's my wish. If she'd have been here, I'd have hoped she had done big things. Um, the immediate of the things that she would have been back enrolled in would have been, swim, gymnastics, dance, things of that nature. Even though she's grown older or whatever, there would be a tremendous amount of things she would have been back into. Anyway, so I did not get a call. I did not get an email or a letter in the mail, or which she couldn't email. I've not gotten a text and anything. Um, I knew what was going on behind the scenes. I knew what was going on with the situation. Um, People think they're sneaky, but they're really not. Um, so I really am not surprised that I didn't hear from her, that there were no pictures. I mean, the Academy posted the picture with her diploma. I posted that on my Twitter. Since then, it's been radio silence. It was radio silence the last week of camp. The week before that, needed Auntie's DoorDash. So, it is what it is. Okay? I'm not mad at her. I want her to do big things. Am I a little heartbroken and hurt? Yeah, I'm a lot. A hug, a goodbye, a something would have been great. Um, but it didn't happen. So Saturday I had Taco Bell Cinnabon. I can't think of what they're called, the little donut holes. Um, had a lot of them. I had my own going away party. So yeah, um, that was it. I had a Taco Bell came out with the Cheez It thing. Let me just tell you, number one, I'm not a huge fan of Cheez Its. It's a Cheez It tostada. I wish they would quit trying to reinvent the wheel, because, not the wheel as in you get this when I die, the wheel. Because this for me is just an epic fail. And there are times, I was telling my husband, there are times that we have gone places or ordered places, and we ordered pizza. We had Little Caesars pizza last week. I budgeted calories around, um, and even though I don't do, a calorie in, calorie, a calorie is a calorie, I don't do that. Um, I still have I've gotten, that was a post office truck. Little quick story. When we first moved here, um, we lived on the other side of town. And when I first came up here, um, that's when my husband went out to do different things. And when he'd go on a test drive with the vehicle, he would sometimes come by the house, or, he may drop off something to me or something like that. Well, yeah, I'd get it, and of course he's my husband, so I'd kiss him. And about the third or fourth time that we did that in a different vehicle, they all are from the same place. They're just different types of vehicles. I said, we got to quit this because the neighbors are going to just think that I have a thing. Anyway, back to that truck going by just made me remember some pretty cute memories of 20 years ago. It's hard to believe that we have been in Lexington for a good 20 years. Um, no, that's not even correct. 2003, well, yeah, 20 years. 2007, 2027 will be 20 years for me. My husband's already been up here 20 years. Bizarre, I know. Um, Back to the food. You can, fast food, sometimes it's the way that you gotta get a meal, or a bologna sandwich or something like that. Now, I grew up eating bologna, so when people were kind of going, it's just no big deal for me. It's not something I'm going to do every day, but, it is what it is. It's bologna. Whoopee. We know what's in there. In, my family's case, when you got a bazillion kids to feed, PB&J, gonna happen. Um, there's stories that we talk about now as our cousins that, we just kind of look around and we think, how did they do it? Because, my aunt and uncle that we were always with had 6 children. Plus, when my dad was gone, there was me, my sister, and my mother. That's a lot of people. And we all did it with one bathroom. We all made it work. Kind of bizarre, isn't it? Because I have 3 bathrooms and we can't make it work. So, I have 2 showers and 3 bathrooms. I have 2.5 bathrooms. 2 full bathrooms, 1 half bathroom. There we go. Anyway, moving forward, this is more accountability, and I'm kind of rambling. But everything is logged to the best of my ability. There's some things that I couldn't log, like the Cheez It tostada thing. I couldn't find an accurate to log it. So I'm still learning how to do, though, if it's not already in there or I can't scan a barcode. I'm still learning how to do that. But I still stayed within my calorie thing and we also decided that we're just going to do homemade pizzas because the pizzas that we've had, where we've gotten away from not having that. And my pizza sauce and stuff does not have as much salt. It does not have as much sugar. It does not have my crusts and stuff do not have as much of those ingredients because, yes, you can make them without it. We've gotten used to, and it's just been maybe a month that we had pizza at my mother's. Same pizza brand of pizza, same company, and we used to snag it all the time. Quick dinner, and it's like, I think we're done with this. I think, and it's kind of been that way with a lot of foods that I really, really used to like. The only thing so far that's still hanging on is Skyline Chili, a 3-way. And it's actually gone from, I used to always get a 5-way, and it's gone from a 5-way to a 3-way. So, you will see changes whenever you start changing how you eat. And when you start eating less, you will notice that you get full. So my um, there's nothing wrong with being full. Slow down with how you eat, what you're eating. Enjoy it. One of the biggest things that I have learned is that if I eat something and I don't do it in front of the TV, I don't do it in front of the computer, and I don't do it on my phone, I don't eat as much because I'm paying attention to what's in front of me, which is how we grew up. You know, we had dinner at the table 99% of the time growing up. We still gather around the table at my mother's house. There is something to be said for that because it not only brings you together as a family, it causes you to slow down because you're having a conversation. Your um, focus is on eating, enjoying, savoring the moments, not just the food. So if I could leave you with anything, it's to slow down. Um, 2 pieces of pizza is plenty. Just gonna tell you, it's plenty. Um, it has done a world of good for me to log my food. Even if I can't log it into, I have a better awareness of, even right down to a couple of nights ago, we got a rotisserie chicken from Kroger, and we always get potato salad. I can make really good potato salad. We won't eat all of it, so I'm not doing it. I'll get Kroger. Sorry, not sorry. Um, Even if the smallest batch that I can make, we will end up not eating it. And I've tried the freeze it thing. It just does not work for my family. So um, realizing, looking on the back of your package and saying, okay, this is what a serving is. And when you physically measure that food out and you train yourself to see this is a serving. When you train yourself to where you, like, okay, we had grilled out. We had burgers and chicken off the grill and hot dogs. Um, Namely, because somebody told me hot dogs to help train Mayor. Mayor doesn't like hot dogs. I think I have a picky dog. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Slow down, take your time. I'll put everything up like I have been doing. Screenshots of everything. I started off really good last week, hitting 10 and 11,000 steps plus. Um, Along about Thursday, I started not feeling so well. Um, did not get as many steps in. Friday didn't feel well, didn't get as many steps in. Saturday didn't feel well, didn't get as many steps in. Sunday, the Fitbit was buzzing, going, hey, are you alive? Okay. And most of Sunday I spent resting because just had some kind of little bug. Um, my daughter's got it now. Oops. Anyway, so that's the other thing is, listen to your body. When you're not well, don't push yourself so hard. Um, I had to get up and move around because I've gotten used to it. And a body, we are not meant to be stationary, to sit still for long periods of time. We're just not that's not how our bodies were designed. We were designed for movement. So do your best to move around. Even if you're sitting in the bed and all you can do is move your arms, move them. You'll be surprised at what you build on. I started literally, I was walking, barely getting a mile in. And I'm talking about not just walking outside with that intentional mile. I'm talking about everything that I did in the day because I was in so much pain. Okay? It's been a hot minute. Since I've maybe taken a Motrin, I don't take my muscle relaxers at night anymore. Every blue moon I may take one. Now I'm not bragging by any stretch of the imagination, because there's still a lot of healing, there's still a lot of pain, there's still a lot of stuff going on. What I decided to change, movement, even if, on the days that I am not well, like Sunday, I still, like just something simple like this. Circling my feet, bending my knees, straightening my legs, doing leg lifts, whatever you can stand to do. It don't have to be a full hard workout. It don't have to be 4 or 5 miles. Move something on you, because you can. Y'all remember, I am the mayor's daughter. I love you oh so very much. And if you have anything to leave down below, comments, suggestions, where you're at on your journey. I don't necessarily want to call this a journey, because it's just a lifestyle change. It's just going back to doing things that I did before. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on you. You are worth it. Got it? Good. I'm the mayor's daughter. Like, subscribe, do all the things. If nothing else, just type algorithm or howdy, or leave me an emoji or something to kind of get this video out and get a little more engagement from my channel and all that neato stuff. We are trying to get to 1,000 subs. When we hit the 1,000 subs, we will be doing a giveaway. We aren't sure what we're going to put in that giveaway, but we will be doing a giveaway. Have a great day. I'll see you. Bye.